Well, I don't know if you had a chance last year to go to the Live Nativity in Jacksonville there at Bigham Knoll, and if you didn't, you missed it. If you did, you know how great it was. 4,000 people went through there last year. I have Renee Hewitt with me today, and you're very much active and part of this, and this thing is just mushroomed into an incredible event.
Yes, it really has. It started out at Jacksonville Presbyterian, kind of had the idea of wanting to do something that, you know, was really what Christmas was all about.
Right.
And so they put the word out to all the local churches in Jacksonville and Rouge, and they went out there, and four other churches, including Jayville Pres, said, yeah, we would love to do it. And so they got a committee, and we put it together last year, and it was great. And then this year it's even more. So
I tell you, I heard nothing. I didn't get a chance to go. I was out of town, but I heard nothing. But I have driven by Bigham Knoll campus a couple of days ago, and it's already lit up.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah,
it's just beautiful. All right, so you're going to have 3 days. Friday, excuse me, that's coming this Friday.
Yes.
From 5 until 8 in the evening. How long does it take to go through this thing?
We are gauging about a half an hour, we think, to walk through it. There's 6 different scenes set up. It's outdoors, set up all around the campus. And in fact, what you're seeing right now, that's Bud Amundsen, actually. And he's being the angel Gabriel. And our very own Steve Johnson is going to be helping me out in doing that role this year as well.
Wow.
I have 2 sets of actors, but that's so you walk around the campus, and we'll have guides. This year there's a new edition of guides taking each group of 30 people through the nativity, so people don't get lost as to where the next scene is.
So does the guide narrate the scene, or? No,
the guide just keeps the group together and keeps them moving, because we're anticipating more people this year because so many came through on the first year. So it just kind of, and there's a spot where it goes from the field all the way up to where the restaurant is.
Right.
And so people tended, last year we found out people got lost kind of trying to get between those 2 places. So.
Well, it's an incredible, all right, so Friday from 5 until 8, and then Saturday from 3:30 to 7. Boy, those are long.
And it's 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Sunday from 3:30 to 7.
As
Rain
well.
or shine.
Rain or shine. And we're doing our best. I've walked the campus with Mel Ashland. He's one of the owners of Bigham Knoll, and he's kind of in charge of construction and setting things up. And we are doing our best to keep actors as well as people coming through, as well as the guests, covered in case of rain.
Okay.
So.
And you may want to bring an umbrella. You never know.
Most definitely, because there will be patches.
Bundle up. And
bundle
it's a fun thing to do. How many people involved?
Well, there's quite a few. So we have the 4 or the 5 churches, and there's at least 2 or 3 people on the committee from each one of those churches. But I kind of oversee about 83 people. 83 and 6 scenes. 6 scenes.
And you have 2 sets of actors for each scene?
I do, because I've done shifts, because I didn't want any one person to have to sit out in the cold for the full 3 or 3.5 hours. So I wanted to break it up so we'd have a switching of actors, and then we have a new group, and they only have to do it for an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes.
Is there any audio involved in this?
Yeah, there is. There's a narration that I recorded, and it's basically the Bible verse from the message that goes with each scene. Is what it is.
And that happens when you come up.
Yeah, when you come, everyone comes up, and there's a person running a little sound system, and they hit play, and that plays, and the actors mime the action of what is being narrated.
All right, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, so what are the 6 scenes?
Well, the first scene is Gabriel coming to Mary, is the first scene.
Really?
You just saw the second scene, which is at the inn.
Yeah.
The third scene is the angel appearing to the shepherds. The fourth scene is Mary and Joseph with the manger, and then the shepherds coming to them. The fifth scene is Herod with the wise men. Yeah, exactly. And then the 6th and final scene is Mary and Joseph when baby Jesus was older, and the wise men finally got to them. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just can't say enough about this, because it's just mushroomed into an incredible thing. I don't think you had any idea what was going to happen last year.
No,
and 4,000 people, and so more perhaps this year. And I would recommend, you know, maybe getting there early. There's some scenes of it there. If you're watching on the Dove TV, you'll see some scenes of it there. Get there early because that many people, sometimes parking can be an issue. But you line up and you go around. Takes about, what, half hour to go through?
About a half hour. Now, as far as parking goes, we are going to have a shuttle running from Jacksonville Elementary.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Okay, that's just down around the corner.
Exactly. It's right around the corner. So if you park at Jacksonville Elementary, there will be a shuttle taking people into Bigham Knoll. And also, though, if you drive up and there isn't room, we have lots of parking attendants. We have Brian Stellers in charge of parking, so we have somebody in charge of that, so we got it covered.
Good. Okay. It's really a remarkable thing, and to see a live nativity, if you've never experienced it, it's very moving. And 80-something people to pull this thing off. Where do you see this going, Renee? I mean, this thing has gotten pretty notable here.
Yeah, it's starting to gain some momentum, and I think everyone involved really wants it to become a yearly thing. They want it to happen every single year. Okay.
Folks need to know where Bigham Knoll is.
Okay. Yes.
Bigham Knoll is the old Cascade Christian High School in Jacksonville. And actually it's located, well, it's 525 Bigham Knoll. That's,
right. Well, if you go Google Maps and you put Bigham Knoll in Jackson, it comes right up and shows you. But it's off of it's at the end of E Street. If you turn onto E Street, or if you go down 6th, if you come off California, you can turn right on 6th Street, which is where the old Jayville Pres Pink Church is.
Right.
And you go to E Street, turn right, and Bigham Knoll's right there.
Yeah. If you're on behind the museum, we take one of the off streets behind the museum there in Jacksonville, you'll run into it. You can't miss it.
Right.
And if you're coming out after dark, you'll see the glow.
Yes. Definitely.
That is so well lit up. I mean, it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
We drove through there the other night, and I thought, man, this is really something.
Yeah, both Mel and Brooke Ashland, who own Bigham Knoll, they've put it out there, and they've done a wonderful job.
All right. So, what are you doing different this year than you didn't do last year?
The guides are different because of the people kind of getting lost, and we want to make sure that because we're expecting more, we need more.
Keep moving it.
Exactly. We also have census takers this year. Really? So that we can, because we wanted to try and do something for the people in line so that they weren't just standing there waiting to go through.
Yeah.
So we've placed a couple of census takers. And it serves a dual purpose. It helps keep people entertained, but it also will give us real numbers as to how many really go through, and we're going to get their village zip code. So, so that we'll know where people are coming from.
Are we going to ask them if they watch the Dove?
So, yeah, we're going to do that, and then we're going to ask, how they heard.
Well, I heard some people came from all over. I mean, obviously the Jacksonville people turned out, but I mean, and Medford and like that. But some folks came from Cave Falls. I know.
Cave Junction or
Cave Junction, and Klamath Falls. I know some folks that mentioned it to me last year that came up from Wairika.
Redding, yeah, we had some people from Redding that came up, and they loved it so much that this year they're planning to get a busload of people and bring the whole busload of people up.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. All right, let me just kind of rerun through this so that you kind of get an idea. Again, Bigham Knoll campus, if you're not familiar with that name, it's the old Cascade Christian High School campus that has been completely redone. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is absolutely beautiful what they've done with it. And it's well lit. What you may want to do is maybe some night this week, just take a drive out there and drive through and see the lights, because after this weekend, that'll all be shut down for the live nativity.
Oh, it'll all be on. It's all on.
Oh, but I mean, you can't drive through the campus.
Oh, no, you can't. No, that's true. Yes.
But anyway, take a look at it. It's really something. All right. So Friday night from 5 until 8. Mm-hmm. You got that? And then Saturday and Sunday from 3:30 to 7. And I understand that last year Sunday was your biggest day.
Yes, it was.
So you may want to rethink Sunday. You may want to go out Saturday and or maybe even this Friday night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for sharing this with us. What an incredible thing. By the way, it's free.
Yeah, of course it's free.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, right? And what a great tool to use for witnessing, bringing people with you. Yeah. And so if you've been sharing the Christmas story with a family, or you know somebody that's maybe kind of down and out, grab them and bring them out. Now, one last thing before I let you go. The lights. Will
Yes.
they be able to see them?
Oh, they're searchlights. Yes, they're searchlights that are in the sky. And in fact, last year we had people that saw them and just came because they wanted to know what the lights were all about in the sky.
Yeah, two big searchlights that create kind of a cross.
The cross, kind of, or the star, Star of Bethlehem up in the sky. Now, apparently we didn't get them for Friday night, but we have them Saturday and Sunday.
All right. Well, thank you, Renee. Again, check it out this weekend. Friday night, 5 to 8. Saturday and Sunday, 3:30 to 7. Bigham Knoll out there in Jacksonville. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay.